Imagine two speakers. One tells you to get up early, go for a run, and exercise each day. And other speaker shares his incredible story how to stay fit. Which one of them would you rather listen to? And which one of those speeches would make you get up and change your lifestyle? I remember when I was in college. Those days. Trust me, college was fun time. When I was in first year of my bachelor's degree, we were a group of 10 guys, and I really enjoyed each and every moment in my group. We watched movies together and hung out together almost all the time. All was well until the results rolled out that year. I had done badly. I mean, really badly. And all my friends got good grades and were looking forward for the next year. Whereas I was stuck at a point of no return. I was discontinued for a year. Needless to say, I was devastated and shattered. I knew my parents had really worked hard to put me through college. And this was all I had to show to them. A loss of full academic year. Nothing seemed right anymore. I thought that I should have spent more time studying and should have attended the classes instead of bunking them all the time. With a ton of guilt in my heart, I decided to quit college. Quit, Nikhil, quit! My mind kept telling me all the time. I felt so low that I even stopped talking to my friends. One night, it must have been around 11 o'clock or so. I was sitting at the steps of the cricket ground in college, staring out into the vast field. I was seeing my future as the empty field in front of my eyes. Yes, that's what my future looked to me. Bleak and hopeless. As I sat there, thinking about dark and hopeless thoughts, I saw one of my seniors approach me. I wondered what he was doing at this hour in the cold, empty cricket field. There was no one else around, so I knew he was walking purposefully towards me. I wanted to run away. I wondered what he really wanted from me. I thought he might show some sympathy regarding my dismal performance. He simply said, "Hi Nikhil," and said, "Want to walk with me?" I looked at him surprised and said, "Walk?" "Yes, Nikhil, let's take a walk around the field. It's too cold to simply sit here." I don't know what I was thinking, but I said, "Okay," and we began to walk. Dark thoughts still clouded my head, and I was quiet for a while when he suddenly asked me, "I heard you're planning to leave college. Is it true?" I just nodded a yes. I'm glad he did not ask me dreaded question, "But why?" Because that's what all my friends had been asking, and I was tired of explaining to them how badly I had performed and how hopeless my situation was. All this negative talk had pushed me to deeper into the "I shall quit" hole. But he didn't ask me why. I'm sure he knew how desperate my situation was. After a few moments of silence, he said, "You know, I had flunked a year too." "Really? What?" "Yes, I was discontinued for a year after my first year of bachelor's degree." I thought, "But that's not possible. You seem so smart and put together," I babbled. He smiled. "Oh, that was a bad year for me," he said. "The best of us sometimes fail, you know." And then he told me his story of what led to his failure and how he worked hard to get himself out of the dumps instead of just simply quitting. Now listen to this very carefully. Never did he once tell what I should be doing. He simply shared his story. And yes, I will always remember his parting words on that cold wintry night in an empty cricket field. Don't give up, Nikhil. And I listened to that one piece of advice he had given me. Don't give up. I didn't quit. And I finished my college with good grades and made my parents proud. So what do you think motivated me to reverse my decision? This senior was just an acquaintance. He never once talked about how good it would be to finish college and how the greatest people had failed and then succeeded. He never once advised or tried to influence my decision. He simply told me his story. And that was what made me realize the folly of my own decision. Even now, I shiver at the thought of what would have happened if I had not gone for a walk with my senior. That is what the world's best motivational speakers do. They tell you a story and let you decide on the further course of action. That is what motivates people. Most often, they tell a personal story. Look at this one.
When I was 9 years old, I went off to summer camp for the first time, and my mother packed me a suitcase full of books, which to me seemed like a perfectly natural thing to do, because in my family, reading was the primary group activity. And this might sound antisocial to you, but for us, it was really just a different way of being social. You had the animal warmth of your family sitting right next to you, but you were also free to go roaming around the adventure land inside your own mind. And I had this idea that camp was going to be just like this, but better.
Or look at this one.
We have very much in common. For nothing in my life's path would have predicted that I'd be standing here as the first African-American First Lady of the United States of America. There was nothing in my story that would land me here. I wasn't raised with wealth or resources or any social standing to speak of. I was raised on the south side of Chicago.
I could go on and on with these examples because I truly believe that stories, especially personal stories, connect. They help you empathize with your audience and help you power on that unseen motivational button. Just like my senior did to me that day. Even today, in my heart, I thank him for telling me his story. Personal stories motivate because they are real. They let the audience think about their own lives and they instantly connect with the audience. So, choose relevant anecdote or incident that aligns with your speech and let people know who you are. You don't have to brag about yourself. Just tell a story like it is. And my dear friends, I would be happy to hear your personal story too. Just do send them in the comment section below or just make a video and email it to me. I could help you make them part of your motivational speech. This is Nikhil. Keep speaking, keep expressing. World is your stage.